Down here in the basement of the Student Society is where the cover band The Vibe Vibrations has practice every week. I'm meeting with Stephanie Noter, 23-year-old law student who is the lead singer of this band. A few months ago she recorded her first single, but in spite of all of her talent, nothing huge has happened to her yet. Why not? Let's find out. Well, Stephanie, thank you for having us here. We're in your practice room right now where you have band practice every week, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us something more about your band and the things you're doing or performing?
Well, it's a cover band, so we play mainly covers by artists, modern and in some eyes ancient. We do a lot of Tina Turner, Stevie Wonder, but also hits that are on the radio right now. And we play a lot in this student society. And also somewhere else in Groningen and in Utrecht mainly. And we have a gig in Maastricht planned, and so a lot of good things happening right now.
And do you ever do any other musical things next to this band? I heard you recorded your first single a few months ago. Can you tell me something more about that?
Well, I met this guy who produces music, and he makes it, it's like a mixture of live music with guitar and stuff like that, and a lot of electronic. And he needed a singer because he is a great producer, but his singing voice isn't, I don't know, maybe not that commercial or something. So he asked me to do the vocals on the song, and I did, and it turned out some kind of a single, you could say. Yeah, it's fun.
And did anything happen with your single? Did you next to producing it also perform it or anything?
Well, the general idea was the single was like a tryout to see if it worked, if my voice worked in the music he did, and if we connected. And the idea was that we could maybe perform it live, though that's very hard with electronic music and the mixture with it with live music. So I don't know really what his idea was, but that's not really my part. And yeah, well, who knows? I don't know. It's a good single, and it has commercial values, I guess. But it's hard to make it on your own, just to go to a record label and say, hey, can you please make a record of this?
Do you think you will work with him again or produce more singles with this guy, or was it just one tryout?
I haven't spoken to him in a few weeks now, but the problem is that he does this mainly as a living, and he paints something, I don't know, to earn some money, but this is his thing, and I study, and I gotta get going with all the things the government is planning. I have this band, I have a boyfriend, I have friends, so I don't really have the time right now to focus mainly on this project, though it would be fun, but I don't know, I don't really want to quit my band for this.
But in the end, is music something that you would want to do for a living, or is it just going to be a hobby for the rest of your life?
Definitely for a living. I mean, that's the dream, right? Music is the thing I love most. Like, music comes here, and then there's a long time of nothing, and then other things come. But I am also realistic. And I have been ever since I started my studies. I mean, I had to make a choice which way I wanted to go, and I chose security. And I'm really thankful that besides my study, I can focus on my music a lot. But I am realistic, and I know that even if I chose the path of musical training, that wouldn't necessarily mean that I would make it. I mean, with all the talent shows going on right now, it's a hard world, and you have to have a lot of luck, and it's not always only your musical talent. And besides that, I know that I might be able to sing quite well, but there are a lot of people who are a lot better than I am, so.
But as a real musician, shouldn't you just follow your heart and do what you love to do the most, and not the boring studies, but performing and practicing every day for the rest of your life?
I thought about that a lot, and you're not the first one to ask me that. I mean, people say often, you love the music more than anything, so why shouldn't you just go for it? And I don't know, maybe the way I was raised, and I read the newspaper, so I know what's going on. And besides that, I am following the path I chose, the path of security, the path of education. But besides that, look where we are right now. I can still do a lot within the music, and I just have to accept that I probably won't be on national television or a main stage somewhere.
Talking about the talent shows you were talking about, your former fellow lead singer Bart van Overbeek left you and your band to compete in The Voice of Holland, and he came to the quarterfinal. Are you proud?
Extremely proud. Extremely proud.
Jealous?
Ooh, that's hard. First, I have to say he didn't leave us to join the Voice of Holland. But in the end, he couldn't combine it anymore in their contracts right now. I don't really know how that works. But well, mainly just proud. And of course, he's doing what I want to do. So I have to be honest about that. But it also kind of makes me sad that he isn't with me on my level anymore. I mean, he was my partner in crime for 3 years. And now, I don't know, I see him on TV more these days than I see him live. So that's...
So you miss him?
Yeah, I miss him.
Are you thinking about applying for the second version of The Voice of Holland for the audition?
Thinking about it. Up until this particular talent show, I was very negative towards them because it's not always about the talent. It's mainly about looks and the way you appear on camera. And so I wasn't. And look where everybody ended up. Even people who won these talent shows, they don't really get anywhere. And besides all that, I'm scared shitless of cameras.
Okay. How do you see yourself in the future when you're graduated? Are you just your law student? Are you going to be working in that area, or do you want to focus more on your musical career after your graduation?
The plan always was I'm going to study law, and I hope to be discovered before I end my studies. Fortunately, it's going well with my studies. Unfortunately, I haven't been discovered yet, so I got to get a move on. But I plan to follow the path I chose, and I'm kind of scared of what time I will be able to have to continue doing my music once I really start becoming a lawyer, because that's the plan. But I don't know, that's maybe why I do it so much right now, because I know that it might not be able to continue do this much when I graduate.
So you say your music is always far above other things, but still you choose law first.
I know, it's kind of hypocritical, isn't it? It is. Well, yeah.
It's just safer, probably.
Yeah, I guess I'm a chicken. I don't know. I just the idea when I started this, I mean, I was younger, I was more naive, and I didn't really know how everything worked. But the idea was that by being passive, I would maybe make it. Just like I said, I was waiting to be discovered. But it doesn't work that way, at least not anymore. If you want to go somewhere, you have to be active. You have to participate in such live shows as The Voice of Holland and stuff like that. So just sitting around here singing for a few hundred people doesn't quite do it for me. So yeah, yeah, you're right. If this is my dream, I should probably do more about it. But I'm scared and I'm realistic, and maybe I shouldn't be.
Well, Stephanie, thank you very much for your honesty and your openness, and for having us here. And a lot of good luck with your career.